Oh, that looked very, very exciting. Something also exciting is what is happening in the world of technology. It's time for us to unpack all the exciting technology news that you need to know about this week with our resident tech expert, Bryan Smith. Bryan, so good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Very cool. So I had a story about space agency NASA where they are literally, that word, reinventing the wheel. Do you want to tell us more about it?
Awesome. So this is really exciting news out of NASA, in that you consider here on Earth, if you have a conventional car with conventional wheels, one of the two problems you'll eventually have is that the treads on your wheels will wear down, or you'll have the unfortunate luck of catching a flat tire.
Exactly, yeah.
And that problem is really compounded for NASA when they send rovers to other planets in our solar system, where NASA has to spend exorbitant amounts of money shipping new wheels or replacement parts to rovers. And what they've used in the past is something called a spring tire, which is essentially more like a donut sort of wheel-like structure that's compounded, made out of metal composites.
Wow.
Now what they've done is reinvented the spring tire with nickel, and it's similar to a bedroom mattress. It uses memory, so that even when it's surmounting difficult objects like rocks or other difficult terrain, it can regain its most natural shape.
That's amazing. Wow, especially for us who love driving over rocks and for potholes in South Africa, our cars are going to be in good shape. That's wonderful.
Definitely.
Now, there's something that I never ever thought I'd see again, but Samsung has decided to bring it out, a flip phone. Tell me why. Is this something that we actually need in the future?
Well, it seems like the flip phone is just something that will not die, and that Samsung in the recent past has actually debuted a number of flip phones into the market.
Yeah.
And now this is the latest W2018. It doesn't have a really attractive name, but it has a really attractive finish, if you ask me. And interestingly enough, this comes bringing Android with a flip phone format to the Chinese market. And it has something that's called a variable aperture camera, meaning that it can actively tailor itself to low light scenarios. So for low light fundies taking photographs in those environments, it's really exciting.
Oh, wow, the world of phones is very exciting indeed. I don't know if this next story is exciting, though. Drones have been a massive topic for a very, very long time, but apparently the latest drones can self-destruct in case of emergencies.
Precisely. So some of our listeners today might be familiar with Amazon's efforts in developing delivery drones in the United States. Now, one of the problems with this is if you consider if that drone ever has a failure, enters into airspace in which it shouldn't, something along those scenarios, what happens to that drone and how can we avoid causing the most amount of harm to other places or persons? Now, Amazon has patented what's called fragmentive self-destruct, which, to break jargon down, there essentially means that this drone can disassemble itself in the air and scatter the impact over a wide area. So with luck, it shouldn't injure anyone or damage anything in its near vicinity.
Wow, that reminds me of Mission Impossible. This drone will self-destruct in 5 seconds and counting. Well, thank you so much, Bryan. The world of technology is definitely very exciting. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. Thank you once again to Bryan. And if you want to get your daily dose of tech news and opinions, then head over to bandwidthblog.com.